What's going on, friends and family? My name is Skylent. I just wanted to make a really clear, concise, very short, clean-cut video talking about my personal issues that I have with the game as of just right now. Maybe this isn't every issue that you might personally encounter, but I did want to make a video to kind of explain some of the hurdles that new players are going to have to jump over in order to start really having fun with the game. Or I just don't want you to be surprised when you jump in and you kind of encounter some things that you would think would not be in the game right now. I mean, we know it's early access. You know, a lot of us know how intense this game is. It's 100 players jumping in, freaking battle royale. But there's some quality concerns basically strewn throughout the entire game, and some mechanical concerns as well. Even past new players, we're going into the competitive scene. There's some things that need to be balanced and changed, and I know the game will. Like, I'm very confident that this game will improve, but just wanted to make a video telling you guys my personal experience with the game. But first, just know I love the game. I really like this genre. I played a lot of it, from, you know, Minecraft Hunger Games to some mod games like the Culling, and then you have H1Z1 King of the Kill, blah, blah, blah. I like this genre, and I like this game, and I think it's the best Battle Royale game. In fact, I got a lot of Battle Royale stuff coming out, like top 10 BR games, new games. Hell yeah. So I like this game, but since I like it so much, I just want to make this video so new players know, and we can just kind of chat about it in the comments below for those who are currently playing the game, and hopefully we get some visibility, even though I'm pretty sure these are very visible. You guys will probably all agree with me, but anyways, I'm pretty sure these will be fixed. And if I don't mention a problem, it's because it's already being addressed. It's like, I guess I have issues with the jumping mechanics and the jumping physics of the character models colliding with things, but we're getting that actually fixed very soon here. We're gonna have vaulting and things like that. So yeah, if I don't mention anything, it's because either I haven't experienced it myself or it will actually be fixed. There's already in, you know, like a developer blog in the future. So here we go. Here's a list of things that have occurred to me that really kind of dampen my, very much dampen my experience overall. So the first thing is probably going to be the sound. That's the first thing you're going to notice is kind of shitty. And by kind of shitty, I mean, if this was an entirely indie project by just one person, like if this was still just a mod, then we would let it pass. But with how much money this game has, with how much players are playing this game, with how much support this game has overall, and it does have a publisher, you would think that the sound design would be better than amateur. It seriously sounds like he took royalty-free effects and then, like, put them through a fucking blender. Have you tried running on the beach lately? It sounds disgusting. All the sounds are not top quality. Now, some guns sound pretty good. You can definitely distinguish guns, but all this, like, the ambient noise, a lot of the times, if you're just in a field, it actually kind of sounds like somebody's crawling around near you. And saying that, directional sound is not perfect. I know there is directional sound in the game, and there are some things like, I guess when bullets land beside you, it's gonna pass your left ear, so it kind of sounds like it's coming from the left sometimes. That I understand all that, but the directional sound is seriously not great. Especially with the fact that footsteps, you only hear them when they're kind of close to you. So if somebody is 2 buildings away, you won't hear them. But all of a sudden, as they pass like right next to your window so they can shoot you, then you might start to hear footsteps. Which really is not good, because then they're just gonna shotgun you through a window. If they're in shotgun range, you should be able to hear their footsteps before then. Yeah, so all in all with the sound, there's definitely needs to be an update with what they got going on there with the 3D sound. Hopefully they extend the ranges on everything. I know that's a lot of information to push out, and they're gonna need higher quality audio samples overall, but they're gonna need higher quality samples for that, a higher fidelity. But I think it needs to happen. This is a game that needs to happen, because sound is like how you locate people. And it kind of is, it just doesn't make sense that you can't hear somebody that you can see basically just a yard away. Like, you can see them. And by a yard, I mean like a field. So anyways, that's the main thing you're gonna come in. You're gonna jump into a lobby, you're gonna hear crackling, you're gonna hear like horrible, like your sound is gonna cut in and out sometimes, and I know some of that's driver issues, but just the quality of sound, it's constantly clipping and things like that, it's not great. And of course the sound effects themselves, they are not great either. It is not a professional product. This does not sound like a professional product. Now the guns, I'm okay with the guns, but everything else, not so much. Okay, so that's the first thing you're going to notice as a new player, but next thing is going to be the graphics, and this is going to be like optimization issues. This is going to be like loading in, you know, like these are going to be glitches. So it is early access, and it is a big game. You know, it's 100 people all loading in together, and it is a big map, and we're all loading it all at the same time. And, you know, there's going to be some issues with that, especially it is early access. I understand that. So just know that you are going to have these issues. Sometimes you're going to spawn in and you're not going to see buildings. I mean, they're going to be there, they're going to exist, but you're not going to see them. Sometimes you're just going to fall through the map. Sometimes your vehicle is just going to get eaten up. I don't know, man. Just really random, crazy glitches. Everyone has different glitches. Everyone has different experiences, but what we can all attest to is that this game is not perfectly sound. Obviously, it's early access. Obviously, the type of game that it is, it's going to have those glitches. So, yeah, I mean, we're going to give it a pass for now, but it's just good to know, hey, new players, this is kind of a glitchy game. It's definitely better than basically all the other competitors, though debatable about some new ones coming out. Still, we just need to let it known, keep it known until it gets fixed, right? Otherwise, if we just let it pass all the way till it launches, then what? We're just gonna have H1Z1 all over again, and we don't want that. We want something better, and that's what PUBG's promising, and that's why we all love it. So yeah, we know there's glitches, but overall my experience has been pretty solid overall. But there's no like game-breaking glitches. I haven't personally fallen through the map, though I do know that does happen to some people. But the main thing that you're gonna experience almost every single game that's really gonna hit you really in the gut, especially as a new player, especially if you're accustomed to something like a competitive like CSGO, you know, shooter, or Overwatch maybe to an extent, you know, arena shooters. If you're used to games that are super tight on their netcode, and then you jump into this game, you're gonna immediately have to learn how to shoot completely different. You're gonna have to really tighten up and slow down your gameplay whenever you're aiming. Flick shots probably won't hit people. You're not gonna be able to just spam shots, of course, because of recoil, but at the same time, the game runs, I believe, at 40 hertz, which is kind of lower, but at the same time, 100 players, right? But to me, for how competitive this game wants to be and how very kind of sincere and serious this game is, I would like it to run at 60. 60 hertz would be freaking fantastic. But yeah, the lag is going to be an issue. Like, you're going to be perfectly aiming with a shotgun, and somebody's probably moving left and right, and you're going to miss all of your pellets, even though on your screen, seemingly, you aimed perfectly. Just because of lag. See, whenever you click to shoot, it takes some time to register, and then the bullets have to actually spawn in the game, and then they have to travel, and then they have to land, and then all this information has to go through the server. You know, every bullet has its own physics. I don't know, I think hits and bullet shotguns are in the game, but anyways, for a lot of your experiences, 1v1s or, you know, across fields and everything, you're gonna really feel the lag as if it's like wind blowing, you know, like the bullets away. It's kind of detrimental sometimes. You know, you run into a room and you have the jump on somebody, but just because it's kind of lagging, you're missing a lot of shots that you think you shouldn't, and they get the turn on you, and they get a perfect shot magically, you know, just through luck or RNG, whatever, and you're dead. It's over. And in a game with headshots, in a game with, you know, such a low time to kill, it really kind of sucks. You really feel it. And, you know, that just kind of adds to the randomness of the game. And of course, you can always think of it like that, right? And I think a lot of us do. As we jump into the game, you know, we're drawing our cards. We'll see what we get. You know, it's like poker, except, no, it's a lot more random. We have a lot more randomness than we really should. And actually, let's segue into the mechanics of it. So like I said, poker, right? This game has a lot of randomness to it. You know, with its netcode, with its quality, sometimes with glitches. It's early access, sure. But also mechanically, this game, if poker was a gun game, that's what Battle Royale would be. Where you land is like what hand you're given, you know, what loot you're gonna get, and then from there you play the game. You know, you figure out your kind of risk rewards, you figure out where you should go, what to do based on statistics, based on, you know, I guess some people would just kind of just do whatever just for the fun of it, I guess. But if you really want to win, you got to play the odds. You got to play the game. So yeah, you can always rainbow around with a crossbow, but really analytically playing the game is the real game. You know, worrying about your odds, your chances, how many players might have landed in one city and where they're going to approach the circle from there. And you're just trying to figure out all this stuff. And it's really a mind game. And that's what's really fun. Even though a lot of the times it's not always just like Call of Duty instant action, it's fun because you're always kind of playing the simulations in your brain and you're trying to think about, you know, the odds, the risk, the reward. That's what's fun about the game. However, what's not fun about the game is when you jump down and you go into a house, right? You're in a city, everyone jumped into that city, you go into a single house and you expect to get a single weapon, but you just find backpacks. Just level 1 backpacks, 5 of them in a house, nothing else. That is when I take issue with the game. I don't mind if I get a weaker gun, if I just get a pistol, I don't mind that at all. Or if I get like, okay, I get a helmet, I get a chest piece, you know, I get like some boosters. Okay, then I'll go and run to the next house real quick, and then I should get a weapon based on chances, right? that's kind of how we feel the game should work, but really you jump into a house and then you find 4 scopes, and then the guy in the next house happened to get a full freaking AK kitted out with a shotgun, runs in, and you're just done. So that is going to be the big mechanical error with the game that you're going to experience a lot. So I would really love an even, I guess an evening out, but like an even playing field as much as possible in this pseudo-competitive game. That's what I would really appreciate. That's my big issue with the game. That's what I wanted to end the video on. I know it's a ramble. I can't really take these things too seriously because I'm actually really confident they're going to be fixed. But yeah, that's kind of my issue, is that there's too much randomness. There shouldn't ever be a reason to have 2 of the same pistol in the same exact spot, and then that's all you find in a house is like the same of any one thing. I don't like that whatsoever. Things should be spread out a little bit more, and I would actually, as a suggestion, I would prefer it if things like gas stations would have set spawns, maybe like 1 gas canister and then a higher percentage of chances to have even more gas canisters, you know, just so that there's a little bit more strategy with where you land and where you go and where you want to loot, because I feel like that's kind of realistic in a way. So that would be nice, but, you know, that's not necessary. Really, the only thing that I think is necessary is just not to go in a fucking house and just have backpacks. Please and thank you. That would be pretty great. But yeah, guys, just to kind of recap real quick, my issues with the game is basically there's bugs, but they're going to be fixed. And there's a lot of really finicky netcode stuff that happens. Of course, early access, I'm sure it'll be tamed, but I really want to hit that home. Please, let's really focus on that netcode, because that is a killer. If you die from netcode, it is not a fun game. And this is a game that is not easily land, essentially. Like, it's not a fighting game. Okay, a fighting game can have bad netcode because you play it, you know, with the person beside you. You can go to local tournaments. PUBG is a bit different, isn't it? So netcode is going to be killer, okay? Make or break. And the sound design. Holy crap, the sound design is garbage. Now, I'm okay with the graphics of the game. I can understand it's not going to be perfect. It actually looks really good for, you know, the type of game that it is, but the sounds, especially since sound is half the game, please and thank you. So that's pretty much it, guys. Hope you enjoyed. Hope you have fun when you do play PUBG. Now you know the hurdles to overcome. That's all I gotta say. Thanks for watching, guys. My name is Skylent. If you have any issues with the game, please leave in the comments below, or just, I don't know, talk about PUBG. Let's hype it up, because I enjoy it. Hope you do too. Keep the hype alive, guys, and I'll see you again next time.